Carnegie cabled Frick from Scotland, "Never employ one of these rioters. Let grass grow over works, must not fail now." But in a letter to his cousin George Lauder, he was critical of Frick.
He indicated that to him part of the tragedy was due simply to the stupidity with which the preparations for the battle had been handled. In other words, he was accusing Frick of bad generalship in this, not so much accusing him of bad morals and principles in fighting the battle.
At Homestead, the workers continued to protect the plant, what they thought was their plant. They were certain the Pinkertons would be arrested, surprised when they were put on a night train for their protection. When the workers refused to surrender the plant to the sheriff, the governor of Pennsylvania sent the militia to reclaim the mill for Carnegie Steel. Frick brought in strikebreakers to reopen the works. The strikers' fortunes suffered another blow when Alexander Berkman, a Russian anarchist, unconnected to the Union, tried to assassinate Frick on behalf of the working people. He fired 2 bullets into Frick's neck and stabbed him 3 times.
After Berkman's attack, a carpenter was on top of Berkman, and he had a hammer in his hand, and he was going to bash Berkman's head in. And my great-grandfather said, and at this point he's got the 2 bullet wounds in his neck, he's really bleeding to death, and knife wounds, blood all over the floor and down his legs. He says to the carpenter, "Don't hit him, leave him to the law. Don't hit him, leave him to the law." So they take Berkman away. In the meantime, my great-grandfather suddenly got up from his desk. This was after the surgeons had dug the bullets out without any anesthesia. Then he gets up and he goes back to his desk and he completes his entire day's work and business. Writes Carnegie, "Don't bother, don't come home. We'll fight the strike out even if it kills me."
Carnegie had won his victory, but at a huge price. His image as a radical reformer, so carefully cultivated, was in shambles. A congressman from Ohio called him the arch sneak of this age. The Edinburgh Dispatch bewailed the strike-breaking methods which prevailed in the land of triumphant democracy. The St. Louis Post-Dispatch editorialized, 10,000 Carnegie public libraries would not compensate the country for the direct and indirect evils resulting from the Homestead lockout. Say what you will of Frick, he is a brave man. Say what you will of Carnegie, he is a coward, and gods and men hate cowards. As Christmas approached, 1,800 men were out of work. Their leaders would be blackballed in the steel industry for the rest of their lives. There would be no steel workers' union for 45 years. They lost their jobs, their homes, everything. Hungry men and their families had to stand outside the plant and watch what the Pittsburgh press called a lost paradise.